In this video we're going to install this Yeskamo wireless Wi-Fi camera with spotlights. This is very easy to install and it shouldn't take long at all. So a few features of this camera is it has two-way audio, it films in 1080p, it's PIR activated, takes a TF memory card, works off Wi-Fi, and it also has infrared cut. We'll just open the box up and I'll show you what you get inside. You will need a micro SD card for this. The maximum size you can put in this is actually 128 gigabytes. This one is actually at 32, which I'm going to be installing. You get the instructions, a warning label. You then get the camera itself. And as you can see, that is a very compact unit. It's not much bigger than a normal security camera. At the back there we have the leads. That one is for the power. That one is for an Ethernet cable, should you wish to connect this to an NVR. You don't actually need that if you're using the Wi-Fi function like we are. You then get a small screwdriver. Then got the transformer. We've got some fixing plugs if you're fixing it to a masonry wall. And you've also got a waterproof connector. We're going to start off by installing the SD card. We can do that just by removing those two screws. So we just need to push that into the slot. You do need to ensure that seal goes back in there. You can then replace the cover. It is important that when you put the SD card in, it's not connected to the power. I bought this from Amazon and it was just under £80 delivered. I'm now just going to go to the App Store and I'm going to search for IP Pro 3. And then we're just going to download that. Once you've downloaded the app, you just need to input your mobile phone number and add a password. To start off with, I'm finding a suitable location for the camera. Once I've done that, I have plugged the camera into a socket so that we can connect it at floor level. This is much easier than trying to connect to the camera after it has been installed in position. It is slightly different setting this up on an iPhone, so you might need to follow the printed instructions for that. But with an Android phone, it is very simple. Near the SD card slot, there is a reset button. If you press that and hold it for 5 seconds, you will hear this message.
Restore factory settings. The camera will restart automatically.
Simply click the plus button, then click Wi-Fi camera, then click allow if prompted.
Start configuration mode.
In order to connect to the camera, you will need to connect to the Wi-Fi using your phone. You can then connect to the camera and will hear this message.
Wireless settings, please wait.
If prompted, you might have to enter your password.
The wireless connection is successful.
Now that we know that the camera is working, we can now proceed with the installation. If you are installing it on a soffit, it is important to check the loft first to ensure that you can get access once the soffit is drilled. To start off with, I'm drilling a 8mm hole so this can be seen from inside the loft. I've left the drill bit in the soffit and we'll check this can be seen from within the loft. Now that the hole can be seen, I'm enlarging it to 22mm. This is about the smallest sized hole that the connectors will fit through. Once the hole has been drilled, I'm feeding a cable access kit through the hole. This is about 5 meters long. If you don't have a cable access kit, you can use a piece of plastic pipe or similar. In the loft, the DC connector from the transformer is being taped to the end of the cable access kit. Once it's firmly taped on, the wire can be pulled back through the hole in the soffit. You only need to connect to the RJ45 socket if you are connecting this camera to a NVR. But for Wi-Fi, you only need the power connector. The tape can now be removed and the camera can be plugged in. We can now screw the camera to the socket board. I have added all 3 screws loosely using the drill driver, but we'll do the final tightening by hand. You can open the app on your phone and adjust the camera as necessary until you get it in the correct position. The camera benefits from two-way audio.
Good afternoon, what do you require?
At night, the LEDs in the camera illuminate to give a much better picture than infrared illumination. For the money, this is a superb piece of kit as it's very easy to install and set up and is much cheaper than some similar devices. I hope you found this video useful. If you have and you've not done so already, please subscribe to the channel.